this moment we're recording. So what I'd like you to do, guys, is to think about all the teams and groups that you have been part of. Okay, let's just start thinking about that. Teams or groups that you've had the chance to be part of. Okay, that's the very first thing I'd like you to do. So you can think about, that experience back in the day when you were in school and you were in a football team, in a basketball team, volleyball team, whatever. So let's think about that, those experiences. I've got one actually that I always remember. I was such a good goalkeeper when I was in the school. Believe me, I was in sixth grade and it was amazing. And I remember it. And it's something I really love to think of. My team sucked, to be honest. So that's why we're not a very good team, but I sort of was a good one. Um, so that's an example back in the day when you were in school and perhaps you had a chance to be any sort of a sports or artistic team, if you will. But also groups that you've made, you've had in the university, for instance. So I'd like you to think about all those experiences. Now that you perhaps remember a couple, I'd like you to think about the which one you enjoy the most. So which one has been your favorite ever, and which one has been the one that you actually hate. Okay, so it's like let's think about which team do you enjoy the most and which team do you enjoyed the least and why. Okay, I would like you to think of basically to have those two experiences. And having those two experiences in mind is going to help you a lot, understand what this topic is about. Okay, guys, so I'd like you to take just 1 to 2 minutes, 1 2 minutes to think about that. The team experience you enjoy the most, the team experience you enjoyed the least, and then as usual, we're gonna go to the breakout rooms and you guys will share that with the rest of the group there, okay? So guys, have you got any question about that?
No, teacher.
No,
There you
teacher.
go. So I will be nice to you as well, and I will let you choose your groups this time. Okay, so we're gonna make 15 rooms. I mean, we've got plenty of space, and you can have the discussion with whoever you want. But it must be in groups of 2, 3, or 4 people. But it has to be with others. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 to 4 minutes. I mean, actually, like 5 minutes more or less to do this, and then we'll be back here. Okay, guys? So let's do this. Let's go. guys, welcome back. So I'm really looking forward hearing from all these stories you guys perhaps have regarding teams, because I know that you guys have many. So Felipe, you just raise your hand.
Teacher, how to say like the group of los desjuiciados, ese grupito?
Okay, there are several things we could say. I would simply say, if I wanted to say that, I would simply say like the lazy guys or like lazy ones. That's what I would say. Um, that's what I would say. What else? What would I say about that actually? Uh, yeah, I would leave it like that. But we can look for more expressions. Let me just
We were thinking in like annoying people, but
mm, well, somehow, well, if you say annoying, you mean that it's a group of people who are always making noise and they don't let others do their job, right? So yeah, but yeah, yeah, annoying. You can use annoying, but the thing is that if I'm thinking about a teacher, and if they wouldn't say that annoying group over there, they wouldn't. I don't know if they would say that. Although this is absolutely standard. I mean, you can say that in English, but well, yeah. I'm. If you want, you guys can continue talking about that, and I will look for other expressions because, to be honest, there is no word that I've got in my head right now about that specific thing. But we can look for that. Let me just try to find something. Um, because desjuiciado is very Colombian Spanish, so it's also hard to find like examples, as this word it's not very standard. You see, so that makes it a little bit more, more complex. Um, well, that's another good question. How did you say that in standard Spanish? Wow, this is really hard. How did you say desjuiciado in standard Spanish? Because that would be the starting point to find the synonyms or um. How did you say that, guys? How did you say desjuiciado in standard Spanish?
Malcriado.
Trial group, no. Malcriado. Well, in that case, I get it. Perhaps if we are talking about like un grupo desjuiciado, but they are children, there is another word you can use for that, and that word is brat. You see, but it has a very negative implication. So it's not an insult, but it sounds very negative. You see, it's not an insult. It's not a bad word, but it has a very negative implication. So brat it's almost similar to mocoso, right? But mocoso in that sense, in the sense that of a person, it's very annoying and you see, so you would say that bunch of brats over there, that would sound a little bit like that. But that would be an example, an alternative. I mean, um, there you go. There you go. So I would just leave it like that, like I know, no, I don't really know because no, none of these expressions sound very natural to me. If we say that annoying group over there, would you please keep quiet? Nah, I mean yes, and people would understand what you mean, but it doesn't sound very natural. That's my point. It doesn't sound very natural. So we need to look for other expressions about that. So guys, as we do that, yeah, noisy is also, I mean, yeah, but it's like that's what my point is. Let's think about that teacher, a teacher who's having a class and there's a group of people who are not working and they're just making noise. How would you refer to them? You see, that is a question, and that's somehow what Felipe was asking. Um, mm,
Negated.
excuse me? No, no, it doesn't sound natural. That's my point. I mean, there are lots of words, and most of the words that you guys have shared, you can use them. Like that noisy group over there. Would you please keep quiet? I mean, yeah, it makes sense, and people would understand absolutely, but it doesn't sound that natural. You see, that is my point. But there are several words we could use: annoying, annoying, or noisy, or brats, or although brat isn't is a noun, it's not an adjective. So we've got options, but we still need to look for a more natural expression to refer to that. Give me a second. How to? Because I've got an expression in the tip of my tongue. Um, no, I can't find it. I get an expression on the top of my tongue, but on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember it. Okay, guys. So to proceed, I'd like to know if there is anyone who wants to share any of these experiences. So we start, having this comparison between those experiences that we really enjoyed and those who perhaps we haven't. So who wants to share anything, guys? We can listen to a couple of people and then we can continue. So
Me.
please, Diego, thank you very much.
Okay. The time when I was enjoying the most to be in groups was when I was working with my best friends in the last major career, when I was studying gastronomy. And it was because we were always in the kitchen and we were working by groups doing the dessert. Your group is doing the dessert, the other one is doing the main plate, and the other one is just like this, and we were just like doing the things faster because we only had 2 hours, and like we we were doing a lot of things, but we were enjoying the moment because we were doing what we liked, and by with our best friends. And I think that that's the purpose of that, being because we have the pressure of the chefs, because the chefs are really disgusting. They are just very mean in the kitchen, so we have to do the things right, or
Uh-huh.
they will get mad. So yeah, so but it was good because we were together, and those friends are my friends still today.
Okay, and that's perhaps there could be like an ingredient, we could say, and that has to do with the fact that it was a challenging setting, right? It's not like you're working with a team and you'll just go on your own pace and there is no hurry. I mean, no, you really needed to do something in short periods of time and with all the pressure from the chefs. So that pressure also creates that challenging environment. And when there is a big challenge, but you have a team that works together well, that can help you somehow feel better and you experience and your experience in general, it's better. So I get it. I totally get it. Thank you very much, Diego, for sharing. Is there anyone else who may want to perhaps share their experience? It could be any of those, like the experience you have enjoyed the most and the one you have enjoyed the least. Is your decision. So guys, let's think about it. Yes, Maria Alejandra, please.
Yeah, teacher. I think the worst experience I have working as a team was when I was part of the tennis team at the university.
Mhm.
I really love tennis, and that's like the big reason that I enjoy that team.
Mhm.
But I didn't like the people, and I didn't feel like comfortable with them,
Mhm.
and especially because they like I didn't like the attitude they have
Mhm.
when we were playing and the behavior they had in general. So I
Mhm.
feel like very awkward, and yeah, I was a little disappointed.
Wow. 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 Yes. I mean, and that's part of what we're gonna do today. So attitude is essential here. So of course, when you're working on team, skills are important. So of course you need people to know how to do things. That always helps. But attitudes are also very, very important because even though the people really know how to do things, when their attitudes are not very good, it becomes really, really bad, basically. So I totally get it. So thank you guys for sharing. That was good to actually have the chance to hear from you about that. So I'm going to share my screen again. And as we can see, guys, here is where the vocabulary is. So we've got a lot of very interesting expressions that we can use to talk about working in teams. So look at these expressions. I'm going just to read them so you guys get familiar with the with the vocabulary itself, and then we can do this exercise. So as you can see, guys, here, basically the context is the qualities needed to be a good team player. So that is the context. We are going to think about those qualities or those characteristics that a person needs to be a good team player. Okay, that is the context. And this vocabulary, it's all about that. So we are going to read it. I'm going just to read it just for you guys to see the pronunciation, basically. And then we're gonna go back to the breakout rooms, basically to replace the words in italics in these 8 different expressions with those expressions that we've got here in this box. That's gonna help you basically identify the meaning of each one of expressions, because as you will have to change, you know, make like additions to these sentences. Well, to do that, you need to check the meaning of each one of these expressions and know exactly what they mean. So the first one says, boost the morale of the team. To boost the morale of the team. We'll see what that is. To be flexible and open to new ideas. I mean, that's self-explaining. To have high expectations. Likes being the center of attention. To sit on the fence. This is way less literal than the others. To sit on the fence. We'll see what to sit on the fence is. The big picture. What does it mean if you can see the big picture? To be a troublemaker, is that good or not? We'll see that as well. And willing to get their hands dirty. So there are several expressions. There are several expressions which are self-explaining, which means that they are literal, so we understand them very easily, like having high expectations or being flexible and open to new ideas. But there are others which are not literal, like to see the big picture or to sit on the fence, especially. Okay, so we're gonna take around 5 minutes or so, guys, just to do this exercise and see if we I mean, how we can use these expressions in context. And once we have done it, the next step would be to identify if those expressions are positive or negative, because as we can see here, there are some expressions which are self-explaining that you say, well, this is clearly a characteristic of a good team member, but there are some others that perhaps aren't. Okay, so that's essentially what we're gonna do, guys. It's basically these 3 different parts. 5 minutes to do that, and then we'll be back here. Have you got questions, guys, about that? No?
No, teacher.
There you go, guys. So let's go. Let's open the breakout rooms for that. So it's once again just around 5 minutes, and then we'll be back here. So let's go. So, in order to check all this vocabulary, let's have a look at it again really quick, and just to see how you guys answer. So I like to focus first on the expressions specifically, just to be sure. So as we can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different expressions. So what I assume now, guys, is that as you work on this exercise already, you know the meanings of these expressions, and somehow you can explain what these expressions essentially mean. So I would like to propose a very cool game, if that's okay with you. Give me a second. So guys, this is this is the first time I tried this game, so it could go wrong just in case, but I'm positive that it will not. Okay, I hope it will not um, go wrong. So I'm going to share with you a link, guys. Let me just share my screen. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, teacher.
So I just shared with you this link, guys, here on the chat box. So I'd like you to please go there to that link. So if you open that link, as you can see, if you open that link, it should take you here. Although, well, this is my account. So you don't have to create any sort of account or anything. Just go there and sign up with a name. And I should be able to see you over here. So that's essentially it. So please go there, click on that link. No need to create any account. And then just type your name. Okay, that's essentially it. So let's just start by that. So as I said, I hadn't used it before in the context of a class. So things could go wrong, but hopefully they won't. So this is a kind of game that most of us have played before. Okay, in that let me remember how they call it. Pictionary. That's how they call it quite often, right? So it's like you are given a word and then you have to draw that, and others have to guess what you are basically drawing there. Okay, so that means that we need to make 8 different drawings, but my doubt is if the platform would choose, that's what we're gonna see, if I can choose who is going to draw, or if it's the platform, the one that would just choose randomly the people to draw. The point is that once you guys once we start a game and the person who's going to draw is chosen, then the game is going to present the concept that we need to write. I mean, no, actually, like options, and you guys can choose any concept that you want to draw. So it's like at the end of the day, you can decide what you want to draw. Okay, so that's essentially it. Yes, again. There's one person who says that the website is not working, but I think it's working for most of you, right? Are you having any problem entering that site, guys?
No.
No,
There you
teacher.
go. So yeah, it's just a link and that's it. You don't need to sign up or anything. You just enter, type your name, that's it. So it should work perfectly. So how many people do we have? Guys, we're still waiting for others. So what happened with the rest of you guys? I mean, I'm still waiting for the rest. Come on, guys, please enter really quick. We're taking too long for this. Please, please, please. You just have to enter. Once you type your name, you click on I'm ready, and that's it. That is all you guys have to do. Once you enter there, you type your names, and then you click on I'm ready. That's it. You type your name and I'm ready. That is it. You don't have to do anything else. Okay, guys.
That I got the same problem with the page. It's like it looks white and doesn't load anything.
Well, that's weird because it's working for most of us. So you may want to try another. You may want to try another browser, perhaps. I don't know.
Yes, I'm
This is
trying to see what happened, but yes.
because in my case I'm using Chrome and it's working on Chrome without a problem. I'm going to check right now on Firefox what happens. Oh, wait a minute. But I think it's working on most of them.
I have a question. This page works in a mobile?
I think it does. Yes. Yeah, actually, yes.
Because well, I'm using my mobile, but that happens.
You can absolutely do that on your mobile. And actually, give me a second as I will try to give me a second as I will try to share that another way to join. And there is another way to join, and that's using a QR code. So guys, give me a second. You may want to perhaps try accessing via your cell phone. So guys, if you can scan this QR code, you see, it's right there on my screen. That's another, if you want to access via your cell phones, you can scan this QR code. Apparently. So yeah, we've got those two options, but anyways, the point is that you can also use it on your cell phones. It doesn't necessarily need to be on a computer. Yeah, it's totally working. I mean, it's the same link. Let me see how it works on the cell phone. It's loading. Yeah, it totally works on the cell phone. I'm gonna share the link also on the on our WhatsApp group, so you can see it there. I just shared that. Oh, give me a second. No, if you the link right there doesn't work, but if you scan the QR code, it takes you there. The QR code is working, and that is the code of the room. That's right, David. Thank you. So, guys, I think we need to start now. It's working on Firefox. It's working on Chrome as well, even on Edge, which is, I mean, yes, I know. Why do I have that browser? But it works there. So I think we are good to go. We need to start now. So give me a second. There you go. Should be this one. Well, we've got plenty of players already. Okay, guys. But there are 3 people who we are missing. So David, Laura, and Tatiana, you need to click on I'm ready. So we can start. You have to click on I'm ready. We are missing just 2 now. Thank you, Tatiana. So we are missing Laura and David. You need to click on I'm ready so we can start. Guys, come on. You need to click on I'm ready. Otherwise, we would have to kick you out. David, we are just missing. We're waiting for you, and then we're good to go. Come on, Esther. Waiting for you. You have to click on I'm ready. Dude, please.
Teacher,
Yep.
I'm not that David. I'm David Torres. So
So that means
David, you,
no,
because
but
at the
no,
beginning
because
were
no, I'm not a player. So
yes, I
but I
guess.
can kick out that account though
Okay, teacher.
because it's not me. Okay, but we can start now, guys. Thank you. So let's see what happens because, as I said, it could go wrong, but hopefully won't. So let's see what happens. So let's see exactly what happens. So each one of you is going to have one. There you go. Okay, yes. So it will be 8 different people who are going to draw. Okay, not all of you guys are going to draw, but the point is not to repeat the expressions. Okay, because look, as 8 of you will be chosen to draw. For instance, let's say the first person is David, and David chooses sit on the fence. So he draws it. We identify the meaning and everything. So the next person should not draw the same. So make sure you don't choose the same because you could, but please don't because it wouldn't make sense. Okay, the point here is not to repeat as we do that. Okay, guys. So guys, these are the people who are going to draw. Look, the platform has chosen automatically. So Maria Alejandra, Gerson, Magdalene, Valeria. So you guys are choosing your words. Let's see. Let's see. I think each one of you must choose a word, I guess. Please make sure to do it really quick. And then we'll start, right? That's essentially how it works. And as they draw, we also will see the options, right? And we need to identify which option it is. Okay. Okay, so Maria Alejandra is going to draw. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kinds of skills she's got. Remember, we've got 8 different options. Nicolas has given up. Whoa, a little bit too quick, but that's okay.
What?
I'm exploring the web page, teacher. Sorry.
Okay, it's like, no, this is too hard. Okay. Oh, that's a very obvious hint, like 28 letters, 5 spaces. Girl, okay. Speak. Okay. Okay, let's see. Talk. I mean, remember, we've got 8 options, and the options are the expressions about teams. Okay. You guys know what the options are, of course. Look. Troublemaker. That makes sense. Hold someone.
No, teacher, but it's wrong. It's not.
Yeah, I know. Oh, somebody has identified a word. Because as you put the names, as you put the expressions and you click on submit, it will give you some score, as you can see. And try to make sure that you use the actual words. If you say teaching, that makes absolutely no sense. So remember that we have 8 different expressions, and those expressions are the ones that you were studying before. Time's up. Let's see what the answer is. So it was to boost the morale of the team. Okay, so Maria Alejandra was given 0.2 points because just 4 players, I think, answered correctly. 3 players answered correctly. Okay, there you go. So now Gerson is choosing his word. Let's see, this is the second round of a game. I like it. It's sort of fast. I mean, it has got a good pace. So let's see what's the second one. Remember, you cannot use boost the morale of the team. You need to choose another expression. We just covered boost the morale of the team. So boost the morale of a team is already there. And Gerson has just started writing. So boost the morale, I'm going to mark them here. So I'll make sure we don't cover them again. Wait a minute. So Gerson, we're waiting for Gerson to start drawing. I think the time is running, by the way. Here we go. So it seems like all the drawings start the same way somehow. There you go. And Maria Alejandra has just spotted the hint. Yes, the hint. The hint says a lot. I don't like those hints, you know? I don't like those hints that much. I don't like those hints that much. And the bad thing is that you cannot deactivate that. That's a characteristic which is always there. So it's like nothing to do. Alexander has given up again. I know that's another person. It was Nicolas, the one who gave up the very last time. Okay, time's up. So the expression was, let's see, troublemaker. Although, as I said, the hint doesn't help that much. So it was 5 players who identified the meaning of that expression. Very good, guys. Nice. So now is the turn for Magdalene. She's the one who's next. Remember, we have covered 2. boost the morale of a team, and troublemaker. We cannot repeat those. So we cannot repeat those two. Boost the morale of a team and troublemaker. We cannot repeat those. You can choose any other expression. Make sure you don't choose them twice because that wouldn't make sense. So let's see. And once you choose the expression, you need to start immediately because time runs. There you go. All the drawings start exactly the same. That's my point. Okay. So we got two guys there. They look sort of sick a little bit. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. 28 letters, 5 spaces. Have high expectations. I can, you can. I can, you can. Okay. Remember, you cannot repeat expressions, otherwise it would be really sad. And try to avoid writing that much. Okay, just in case. The big picture, says Clara, have high expectations. It seems like no one has spotted the word yet, and it might be because perhaps you found it, but you are writing or like typing it wrongly. That could be a possibility. Time's almost over, guys. Almost over. Valeria has spotted the word, it seems. Okay, time's up. So let's see who found the meaning of the word. And that was, come on, was the moral of the team? We said we cannot repeat expressions. I knew it. I knew it. When I read I can, you can, I knew it. Oh, dude, come on. We cannot repeat expressions. Please make sure you don't repeat expressions. Okay, would you have to choose a completely different one? Don't choose boost the morale. Don't choose troublemaker. Choose any other. Okay, so it's Valeria's turn. Let's see what happens. Well, yeah, that's very self-explaining. I like it. Very clear. Oh, and it seems like I can participate as well. Let's see. Oh, what happens? Because it doesn't allow me to write the whole thing. It doesn't allows us
Teacher,
to.
I can write it.
Yes. That's that I can see that it doesn't allow us to write the whole expression. But I think we all know which one it is.
Yeah, I'm happy for that. Everyone's got my
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah. Everyone understood. So it is clear. Let's see what happens. I mean, I think there is a problem with the platform. It makes no sense because when I created the game, I could put all the expressions without restriction, but it seems like it's cutting the expressions. So let's see what it's there. Likes, oh, but that's expression. Likes being the center of attention. There you go. Thank you very much, Valeria. So we have so far 3. No one scored, but I mean, actually most of us, but anyways. Boost the morale, troublemaker, and like to be the center of attention. Ana Maria is now choosing her word. Let's see, guys. We are missing just like 4 words more, and that's it. Let's see what happens. So she has just started. So let's see. Okay, okay. Oh, I get it. I think I know what is that. It's very abstract, but I get it. There we go. Clara just answered. There you go. Let me see how appears. There's like 4 people have spotted the word right now. But I don't know if the platform perhaps has different grading for those of you who answer with capital letters and those who use lowercase. I don't know. Well, we'll see exactly how that goes. But most of you guys have answered. That's good. I like it. And time's up. So let's see what happens. We all know what the expression was, and that was to be flexible and open to new ideas. Wow, it was not that clear, obviously. I thought it was to have high expectations. That's what I thought. But at the end of the day, most of you guys answered. That is good. 9 players guessed correctly. So now is the time for Ashley. It should have some music, you know, the game itself. Okay, so let's see what Ashley draws. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, let's see, let's see. Some people have already spotted the meaning. I'm having a hard time here. I think I know what it could be, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Not 100% sure about it, but I think I know what that is. Okay, time's almost up, guys. The big, oh, let's see. 8 people have already spotted the word, I mean the expression. 16 letters, 3 spaces. Okay, guys, so time is up. So let's see what the answer was. That was sit on the fence, to sit on the fence. So I'd like to make a little pause here. And as I believe this is oh, we cannot make any pauses here, right? Because it will just continue just like that. Okay, so we just discussed that expression by the end, because that's the only one we could perhaps have certain problems with. So now it's time for Felipe. We are in the round 7 out of 8. So we are about to finish with this. So let's see, what is expression number 7? As Felipe chooses the expression he wants to draw, and now he is drawing. So I must insist that every single drawing starts exactly the same. That's cool. Shut up. Wow. Okay, and we've got this second character that seems to be stretching. I don't know, preparing for some physical activity. But well, for some reason, and as he is stretching, the other one is saying "shut up." So it might be, I don't know, like he's stretching, but or yeah, he is stretching, but being super loud somehow. So the other guy says like, shut up, right? That's quite a weird situation, but 2021, stuff happens. So 5 people out of 24 have spotted the word, the expression. I mean, it's, oh yeah, oh no, yes, it's not one single word, it's an expression. So 7 out of 24 know what this drawing means. Okay, so we are, time's up. Time is up. So let's see, what was the meaning of that? So that was a troublemaker. That was a troublemaker. Okay, it was not that clear, right? But it was a troublemaker, and 8 people guessed correctly. That is good. Okay, guys. So I think this is the last round. So with Joanna, you are in charge of closing this round of games. So Joanna is choosing her word, or her expression better. We just repeat it once, so that means that we cannot. There will be one set aside, but let's see. Okay, Joanna, we're waiting. Okay, so she is drawing now. Time is running, by the way, just in case. So you should be drawing the big picture. Oh, that's a good one, right? Like, there is a big picture, like empty. So that should be that one. That's a very postmodern approach to the game, right? So I don't draw anything. So that means that you need to check the whole screen. So that's a big picture, That is very good. I like it. In case that's the expression, in case that is the expression. Dirty. Willing to get their hands. Okay, so I think this is going to be a fail. It seems like. Oh, what is that guy doing? Is that the willing boost the morale of a team? No. It looks like a person who's, I don't know, like about to eat a flower. That's how I see it. Which means, let's see, time's up, which means willing to get their hands dirty. There you go. Okay, guys. So this is over. Let's see how that presents no one scored in this one. Let me see. As we finish here, what kind of report it presents. Okay, that's good, guys. Before we see the results, let's vote for your favorite drawings. So what's our favorite drawings? I don't know, like I like this one, like it's being the center of attention. It's very self-explaining. I will vote for that one. So vote for your favorite drawings. And that's it, guys. That's all we need to do. And don't overthink about it. It's not a big deal. It's not like you're gonna earn a prize or something. Just vote and that's it. So guys, as I said before, there are some expressions which are literal, so they are very easy to understand. So to get, for instance, to have high expectations, we know that word by word we can understand that. And there were other expressions which were non-literal, and that it's slightly more complicated in some cases, as we need to sort of well, see in context what that could mean. You see, we've got 14 people are still thinking about which drawing was the best. It's like you take these games too seriously. Uh, Um, 10 people are still thinking which is the best drawing. Are you serious, guys? It's not that complex. You see, it's like just vote for any. So we see what kinds of results the platform shows us at the end of the game. Don't take it that seriously. It's not like this is the, um, the midterm exam or something. Come on. Clara, Melissa, Camila, Joanna, Alexander, Gerson, Laura, we're waiting for you. Just vote for any drawing and that's it. If you are having a hard time choosing. There we go. Clara, Alexander, Laura, we're waiting for you. Clara and Alexander, we're waiting for you guys. Just 2 people waiting. Clara, Alexander, please. Would you please vote really quick? Come on, guys.
Profe, no creo
Oh
ni que
my
esté.
God. Excuse me. Yes, sorry?
No creo ni que esté en la clase.
But it seems like that is right. That is right, because it's taking forever. So let me see if we can just to make it faster. Okay, let's see what kinds of results that platform shows. And that shows, oh no, yeah. Who the winner is? Valeria. Valeria is the winner. Let's see why. Because I mean, she's the winner, but we want to know why. First, because she answered more, basically, 31 points. So our top 3 would be Valeria, Maria Alejandra, and Diego. And we've got some people who got a 0. But anyways, that was good. Regarding the best drawing, that was Maria Alejandra's with 4 votes. So that was the best drawing. That's it, guys. So guys, what I was saying is that some expressions might be a little bit more complex than others, basically because they are not literal, right? So in general terms, we'll see answering this exercise, which would be the meaning, what would be the meaning of each one of those. So guys, for the first one, let's see, with colleagues or classmates, it's very important to, what was the answer you put there, guys? And number 1.
Hide expectations.
Excuse me?
Have high expectations.
Have high expectations. I think we understand what that means, right? I think we don't have any problem understanding that expression. So basically, it's just the way it is in, it's just the way it is in, give me a second, guys. In Spanish, right? We have exactly the same expression in Spanish. So there is essentially no difference, right? Oh, give me a second, guys. I'm having a little problem here. So there you go. Have high expectations. Okay, guys, good. The second one, every team needs someone who sees
The big picture.
the big picture. What does it mean to see the big picture, guys? What is the actual, meaning, implication of this? What is to see the big picture?
To have a plural vision or expectation about the things, not focusing on just one thing,
Okay.
but who sees everything as part of the work.
There you go. So it's this capacity people have to see the whole situation, the whole context. Not for instance, if you got a problem, they don't, that people or I mean those people wouldn't focus only on the problem but on this whole situation, so they understand the whole situation, and they may come up with a possible solution. I've watched a couple of series in which in English which are originally in English, and they make these translations in Spanish, and they come up with very funny expressions. I remember once I was watching this TV series, they said something, es que tienes que ver la gran imagen. Tienes que ver la gran imagen. I mean, we don't say that in Spanish. But if in Spanish we want to say that, we would say something completely different. We would say something like, I don't know, even though it's not a fixed expression, we would say, debes ver el contexto, o debes ver la situación completa, o debes ver toda la situación, right? Not the big picture, because it's not very literal. There we go, guys. Number 4, guys. She wants, or she wants
I think that is missing the 3.
the 3. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, the number 3. I'm so sorry. Number 3, guys. Number 3. In the modern world, we should all be willing to work in different ways. So that means
Flexible and open to new ideas.
that is totally true. Flexible and open to new ideas, right? Flexible and open to new ideas. That is right. The number 3, she wants people to talk about her all the time, which means she
Likes being the center of attention.
likes being the center of attention. Likes being the center of attention. People who are happy to do any tasks, including unpleasant or boring ones, are worth their weight in gold. Which means people who are, what do you mean? People who are
Willing to get
Willing to
their
get
willing to get their hands dirty. Willing to get their hands dirty. People who are willing to get their hands dirty are worth their weight in gold. We say that in Spanish as well. Vale su peso en oro, right? So willing to get their hands dirty. So if you want to talk about that person who always does everything, a person who's never, you know, who never complains about doing certain activities, you would say he or she is always willing to get her or his hands dirty. That's how we would say it. Number 6, guys. Number 6. He tends to avoid becoming involved in deciding on influencing something in meetings. What is that one, guys? He tends
Sit on the fence.
to sit on the fence. And I would say that perhaps this is the one that might be new for most of us guys here, to sit on the fence. So as you can see, to sit on the fence means just, how do we say that in Spanish? When we want to refer to that person who always prefers not to get involved in complex decision making. How do we say that in Spanish, guys? How do we say that? We could say, well, in very standard Spanish, we would say, like, por ejemplo, él no le gusta involucrarse demasiado. Una persona no le gusta involucrarse demasiado con las responsabilidades, perhaps. That's somehow right, Maria Alejandra. It's like, that's like being tibio a little bit, although that's super Colombian. But yeah, we could say that somehow. So like, you know, like Sergio Fajardo, he likes to sit on the fence. I don't know. That is right. I mean, that makes sense. In context, that makes sense. Number 7, the company had to get rid of him because he was a person who causes problems. That couldn't be easier. That is because he was a troublemaker, right?
troublemaker.
Troublemaker, there you go. He is a troublemaker. And the last one, she's kind of a manager who can make everyone feel good about what they're doing. So she's the kind of manager who can
Boost the morale of the team.
boost the morale of the team. There you go, guys. So if we are asked about which of these expressions are positive or negative, what would we say? To have high expectations, is that good or bad? I would say this is good, of course, right? This is actually good. What would you say about the big picture, guys? Is that good or bad? I mean, positive or negative implications with that one?
Positive.
That's also positive. What about flexible and open to new ideas?
Positive.
That's also positive. Likes being the center of attention.
Negative.
Negative.
That's negative. Willing to get their hands dirty.
Positive.
That's positive. Sit on the fence.
Negative.
That's negative as well. And then we have troublemaker, which is clearly
Negative.
negative. And the last one, which is boost the morale of a team, which is clearly
Positive.
positive. There you go, guys. So these are expressions we should start using today. Yeah, they are super useful in most of the cases, in most of the contexts. So guys, just to finish, we're gonna listen to 4 conversations. And what we need to do basically is to see which of these words, which is of these phrases, I'm sorry, are being demonstrated. So we have a selection of 6 out of these 8. So in this conversation, we'll see these expressions in context. So we basically have to see which one corresponds to any of those. So let me just share my screen again, this time with sound. And please let me know if you can hear my audio.
Audio 3.1.
Can you hear my audio, guys?
Yes, teacher.
There we go. So let's do this.
Audio 3.1. 1.
What's the matter, Jack?
I've just been talking to Meriel, and apparently the company that supplies those handbags, which are so popular, has gone bankrupt. So somebody has to ring about 50 customers to tell them they can't have the handbags they ordered. They're not going to be happy.
Oh, I can do that. Maybe I can persuade them to buy something else.
Oh, thanks, Natasha. You're an angel. You never mind doing work that other people don't want to do. I don't know what I'd do without you.
2.
So we have to make this group presentation next week.
That's right.
And we all want to make sure it's really good, yeah?
Of course, yeah.
So no making jokes when we're supposed to be working. I want it to be top class.
So do we, Jade. We're right with you on that.
3.
How's your new colleague?
Marcel? He's okay. He works really hard, and he's very pleasant to everybody and all that. Trouble is, he's a bit of a me person.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, when we have a meeting and someone's speaking, he's always tapping his pen on the table, or making little jokes, or something like that. You get the feeling that he can't stand it when the spotlight's on somebody else. And he wears the most extraordinary clothes. Sometimes I think he'd rather be a model than a sales rep.
4.
How are you getting on with the new administrator?
I really don't like him. He seems very friendly at first, but then he keeps making nasty little remarks about other people in the department. Little bits of gossip. But he doesn't say anything to your face. It's like he's trying to set people off against each other. Not nice.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to stop here. I will open the Word file, a Word file, because apart from what we are listening to, there are some other expressions which go in like all together that I would like you guys also to pay attention to, because I believe they are very, I mean, it's not like I believe, I mean, they are really, really important as well. So let me just share my screen again. We're gonna listen a second time, but this time we'll do it making little pauses. I mean, we will stop after each one of the audios and we'll highlight some expressions which are also important. So guys, let's listen again.
Audio 3.1.
You can listen, right?
Yes, teacher.
1.
Yes.
What's the matter, Jack?
I've just been talking to Muriel, and apparently the company that supplies those handbags, which are so popular, has gone bankrupt. So somebody has to ring about 50 customers to tell them they can't have the handbags they ordered. They're not going to be happy.
Oh, I can do that. Maybe I can persuade them to buy something else.
Oh, thanks, Natasha. You're an angel. You never mind doing work that other people don't want to do. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Okay, so guys, what is the expression that would correspond to that conversation?
Willing to get their hands dirty.
Willing to get their hands dirty. As you can see, basically, it's all about this woman who is willing to do something others don't want to do, basically. So that is expression. So that was very clear. Let's have a look at the second one.
2. So we have to make this group presentation next week.
That's right.
And we all want to make sure it's really good, yeah?
Of course, yeah.
So no making jokes when we're supposed to be working. I want it to be top class.
So
Look at that expression. She says, I want it to be top class, right? Let's have a look at that one. Let's finish.
do we, Jade. We're right with you on that.
Okay, so what is the expression that corresponds to this conversation? That would be what?
Have high expectations.
To have high expectations, right? That is right. And she uses this expression, I want it to be top class, which means that I want whatever we are doing. I mean, in this case, this presentation, I want the presentation to be very, very good. So that's another way to say it. When you want to say that you want something to be very good, you say it, I want it, or I want it to be top class. That's how she does it. So let's listen to the next one.
3. How's your new colleague?
Marcel? He's okay. He works really hard, and he's very pleasant to everybody and all that. Trouble is, he's a bit of a me person.
Look at that expression, guys. She says he's a bit of a me person. I think it's very clear when you put it like that, right?
Yes, teacher. Likes to be in the center of attention.
There you go. So that answers, I mean, just with that, you can answer what the expression is, which is likes to be the center of attention. So this is an expression that you can use when you want to refer to a person who likes to be the center of attention, right? Person who is super, super proud of him or herself. And that's it. So let's see.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, when we have a meeting and someone's speaking, he's always tapping his pen on the table. Or making little jokes or something like that. You get the feeling that he can't stand it when the spotlight's on somebody else.
There's another one which is very interesting. She says he can't stand it when the spotlight is on another person. That's what she said, right? He can't stand it when the spotlight is on another person. You see, once again, this is not a literal expression. So when the spotlight, do you know what the spotlight is, right?
Yes.
If you go to to any sort of show in a theater, for instance, there is a spotlight, which is this light that illuminates only one section of the scenario or just one person, right? So she says here, he can't stand it when the spotlight is on another person. You see, so when the spotlight is on another person, it means that when somehow the center of attention is another one. So and another thing, all of us have met this kind of people in our lives, right? Those people who cannot stand it when the center of attention is somebody else and they feel super jealous. So that's what she meant in this audio.
And he wears the most extraordinary clothes. Sometimes I think he'd rather be a model than a sales rep.
And the last one.
4.
How are you getting on with the new administrator?
I really don't like him. He seems very friendly at first, but then he keeps making nasty little remarks about other people in the department. Little bits of gossip. But he doesn't say anything to your face. It's like he's trying to set people off against each other. Not nice.
Okay, what is the expression that corresponds there?
Troublemaker.
It's a troublemaker. And they use this expression. He's trying to set people off. Let me just put it again, just to make sure.
Anything to your face. It's like he's trying to set people off against each other. Not nice.
He's trying to set people off against each other. So with this expression, we meant that this man is trying to make people have conflicts among themselves. You see, I don't know how to say that in the standard Spanish, but that would be like, no sé, como él pone a la gente en contra. ¿Sí? Como que pone a la gente en contra entre sí misma. So that's essentially what this expression means. You see, guys? Well, so guys, I don't know if you got any question or any comment about this. Nothing?
No, teacher.
Okay, guys. So I think there was lots of vocabulary today. I hope you guys found it useful. By the way, before we finish, I will show you exactly where you need to upload your work on the project. So you just you have to go to Moodle and you will enter the week number 8. Okay, week number 8. So if you enter week number 8 right here, you would go all the way down and there is this activity which is called Design Project Discovery section. So what you have to do is it could be only one person per group, as we have done it before. Just upload all your drafts, all the drafts you're working on, basically from the section 1 of the project. And the deadline for uploading this is today, 6 p.m. because I'm going to read that at night. So today, 6 p.m. is the deadline for uploading all these materials right here. And you can do it in exactly 7 minutes, 36 seconds. You can start uploading your material. So that will be from 9 today until 6 p.m. that you can upload all of these materials. Okay, guys, so with no further ado, let me just call the attendance and then that will be it. So give me a second, guys, as I open the platform here for calling the attendance. Yes, so here we go. Give me a second. Okay, guys, so let's see. Gerson Abril.
I'm here.
Tatiana Álvarez. Laura Arias.
I'm here, teacher.
Laura Bermúdez.
Good morning, teacher. I'm here.
Hello, Ana María Buendía.
Here, teacher.
Andrés Felipe Bueno.
I'm here.
Camila Ulla.
I'm here, teacher.
Erika Corredor.
I'm here, teacher.
Alexander Cortés. Tatiana Espitia.
I'm here, teacher.
Valeria Fonegra.
Here, teacher.
Miguel Ángel Forero. John González.
I'm here, teacher.
Claudia Goyes.
Present.
Ashley Huesa.
Here, teacher.
Diego Llano.
Here, teacher.
Daniel Machuca. Johannes Martínez.
Present.
Angie Martínez. Nicolás Medina.
Present, teacher.
Clara Monroy.
Present, teacher.
Alexander Mutis. Camila Navarro.
I'm here.
Magdalena Ojeda.
Me, teacher. I'm here.
Dylan Páez.
Present, teacher.
Diana Palacios.
Here, teacher.
Lina Rodríguez. Lina not here. Angie Rodríguez.
Here, teacher.
David Torres.
I'm here, teacher.
María Alejandra Triana.
Here, teacher.
Angie Lorena Valero. Diana Baloyes.
Present.
Okay, guys, so that was good. Thank you very much for your time, and well, I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll hear you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.
You too, teacher. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank
Teacher,
you.
thank
Bye.
you.